Hello, my lovely Scorpios. I am Jessica from Willowvine's Intuitive Vibes, and I am here to do your January 2020 reading. Um, this isn't focused on love, but it seems to be going that way with every other sign. It usually does because that's what you guys focus on prominently when you watch readings. At least that's what I've noticed. Excuse me. But anything that pops out other than love and romance, I will say it because I always say what I see. Keep in mind that this is a general reading. It will not apply to every single one of you. If you would like me to pick up on your personal energy, please email me. My email is in the box below. I will gladly give you all the information you need on that. It's on the community tab as well as my website. Hit me up on Patreon. Yep, I have openings for personal, so just let me know. I love reading for you guys. Let's see. I think I fucked up my intro again. I do that all the time, so I don't even know why I bother anymore, to be honest. I was going to read for Aquarius. I had them on my mind, and I even started shuffling for them, and it's so funny because I was like, I'm going to listen to a song just to get me into their energy. And I randomly picked a song, and I don't know, 2 videos on it's through YouTube, like my playlist, and 2 videos must have overlapped somehow, which hasn't happened to me before. And as I'm trying to listen to this song, it said the next sign up is Scorpio, and I took that as a sign and said, okay, well, we'll do Aquarius later. Scorpio's next, because I don't know how the fuck else to explain this. And then I randomly picked a song for Scorpio, and I am Scorpio as well, but regardless of that, I got the song Happy by Pink. And I mean, this song hits home for me in so many ways, but it will probably hit home for a lot of you. And let's see, I'm going to read you some of the lyrics. I've always hated my body. Since I was 17, I've always hated my body, and it feels like my body's hated me. Can somebody find me a pill to make me unafraid of me? Seen every therapist, but I'm a cynical bitch. Don't like to talk about my feelings. I'll take another hit, find another fix, because it's easier than healing. So basically, it's like going through a really difficult time. And I think last year, 2019, was very difficult for a lot of Scorpios, for a lot of signs in general, but Scorpio, because we deal with our shadow side a lot more intently than most signs. I feel like a lot of past wounds rose to the surface, and it allowed us to face them head on and actually heal from it, to let a lot of things go, a lot of things from our past. So for example, if you had low self-esteem, even if you didn't show the world this, like I'm just talking about how you are internally when you're by yourself, when nobody's around, like all the shit that keeps you stuck, the things that you think about constantly, whether it's about yourself, past relationships, just people in your life, anything that's got you down and thinking that you're either not good enough or like, why does this keep happening to me kind of shit, you've processed through it. I feel like a lot of you are like saying fuck you to the past and totally moving forward no matter what we're talking about, whether it's love, family, friendships. You've had it. It's like, I deserve better than this. Why does this keep happening? I don't want to be miserable. I want to be happy. I want to be abundant. I want to have that love of a lifetime. I want my fantasy a reality is what I want. Like, you know what I mean? So I feel like a lot of you have really worked through the blah side of life, I guess, if I want to just put it into layman's terms, I guess. So the overall energy that I'm feeling, or, well, I guess I am going to be feeling it, right? That I got, and I got 2 because the card at the bottom of the deck, it just, I love it. Something I say all the time anyways. We have higher power, which is number 4. It's all about stability. But your higher power is who you believe in. Spirit, universe, Buddha, Jesus, whatever. Your spirit guides, your loved ones who have passed on, anyone who you communicate with when you're hoping, wishing, and praying for this, that, or the other. Just your guides in general. That's what that represents. It's your intuition. It's listening to yourself. It's paying attention to the signs and synchronicities around you with everything, not just love. It's like, should I take this job? And really listening to yourself. Like, if you get a bad feeling in an interview, you're going to question that interview. Is this the right place for me? Will I work well with these people, kind of thing? And in love, it's, is this person good for me? Am I good for this person? Why is this relationship presenting itself to me? Is it because it's for my highest good? Is it because I have a lesson to learn? Is it because I love them and they love me? It's you questioning everything and looking beyond yourself and listening to your higher self and your guides on all these situations, instead of just taking things at face value. With Scorpios, we have a tendency of doing that, taking people and situations at face value. Even though we want to know more and we want to dig deeper, we don't always do that. We can and we will if we're prompted to, but that's not always our first judgment call. You know what I mean? Anyways, and then the next card, which was at the bottom of the deck and is my favorite, is Serendipity, which is amazing. It's like the unexpected. It's fate, basically. Fate brings you together. And I feel like with these two cards together, it's saying that actually listening to yourself and receiving the messages properly from your higher self or your guides or spirit in general is leading you in a positive direction and in the right direction. It's allowing you to let go of things that don't serve you and not to give a rat's ass about it either. It's like, if you weren't meant for me, you weren't. Fuck you, you're out of my life, kind of thing. And you're going to focus on who should be there, and the people who have been there, you know. It's seeing the lighter side of life, so to speak. So I'm going to, I feel like a lot of you are building your confidence up too, and it's almost like you're not taking anyone's shit anymore. The things that you settled for or that you dealt with in the past, you're no longer dealing with. You're not settling for shit. You know your worth, and you're just like, it's either gonna be, it's meant to be, and it will be, or it won't be. I don't know if that makes any fucking sense, but that's just kind of what came to me, and that's how I said it. So let's see, let's get some more clarification on these two cards before we dive right in to the tarot. I don't know, I feel like you have such a powerful inner guidance now. You're like, your compass is pointing true north, and it wasn't before. You might have thought that it was, but you know now that the direction you were headed in before was not the direction you should have been. And you're seeing people and just everything around you for who they are, what the situation is, and you're making really, really great decisions for yourself now, no matter what we're talking about. I think I already said that, so I'm probably just fucking repeating myself, but anyways, with that song Happy by Pink, if any of you have ever dealt with low self-esteem and you're kind of afraid of commitment, or you're dealing with somebody who is afraid of commitment because they are dealing with low self-esteem, that song might resonate with you, because I kind of feel like there's somebody around you who is meant for you. There's a spiritual connection here, and I don't know if it's like the end-all be-all. I mean, I feel it's very, very positive, or it could be if this person can pull their head out of their ass, but I feel like somebody is afraid of commitment because of past traumas, and I don't feel like it's you. I mean, some of you could be feeling that way. I'm picking up on energy, so vice versa, take it where it fits kind of thing. But I do feel like a lot of you are dealing with somebody. I just heard Earth, it could be an Earth sign, who is having a hard time accepting things as they are. So whatever's happened to them, they're having a really hard time accepting it and moving forward. And I feel like you're being very patient with this person if that's the case. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles, Earth, like I said, reverse. So this is not moving forward. It's stagnant energy, and I feel like that's exactly what I just said. You're not making any moves, and neither is somebody else. I feel like you're waiting for signs to see what you should do, and this person is terrified. So you're on the more positive, happy side of things than this person is. Why is serendipity here? So yeah, neither one of you are making any moves. Queen of Wands in the upright, that's standing in your power. It's like waiting for, it's waiting for what's meant to be. Like the Queen of Wands, she's very beautiful. She can be seductive. She's very passionate. She's driven. She's a catch, basically. So, and you know this, and I almost feel like with it being over serendipity, you know your worth. You know how wonderful this connection could be, or any connection for that matter, because you know what you're willing to give, because I feel like you do sacrifice a lot for the people that you love. But you're willing to wait for the right person. I feel like if there's any fuck buddies knocking at your door, you're like, nah, I'm not really interested, because you're changing your ways, you're thinking of things different, or you're looking at things a lot differently. You're not chasing anybody, which is why this is in reverse. You're not chasing, you're waiting. You're talking to your higher self, to your higher power, and you're saying, and you're receiving the messages, and you're really paying attention and listening and knowing that you are doing exactly what you need to do. You're just working on you. You're focused on you. You're focused on your work, on your life, on your passions, on just anything that can better your situation, with or without anybody. You might have somebody in mind, and I really think that the Scorpios that I'm reading for, you do, but you're not putting that effort in. And it's because you put effort in the past, and now you're kind of waiting, and you're just seeing what's going to happen, because you're flying on faith. Whatever's meant to be will be, and you know this. And I feel like that's why you're doing what you're doing. You've put in just enough effort to show this person that you care, and now it's up to them. And I feel like this is kind of the same with work, except you're kind of in contemplation mode if we're talking about work and finances. I feel like you know that there's a position or a career path that you should be on, that you want to be on, that you're drawn to be on, and I feel like it might have to do with something spiritual. So you could be a reader, you could be a medium, a psychic, whatever, Reiki healer, Reiki master, whatever. I feel like it has to do with other people and spirituality, which is what's going to really benefit you, and it will benefit you financially for sure, but it will benefit you in more than just that way. Like, it'll be all encompassing. And I feel like you know this. So you're in the thinking phases of it. Like, I know what I need to do, or I know what I want to do, but how do I execute it? So you're planning. You're in the planning phases if we're talking about work, because you feel like this is why you're here, why you're on this planet to begin with. So that's if we're talking about work. So anyways, what led us up to this point, Scorpio, is the Emperor. This is taking charge. It's Aries energy. I feel like this is you. This is you dominating your life. This is you making decisions for you and only you. Even if you have children, or if you're thinking about your family, or if you're with somebody and you're thinking about your partner, which I feel like this is for single Scorpios ultimately, but wherever it resonates, take it. You're taking charge of your own life. You're not blaming anyone for any mistakes that have happened. You're not blaming anyone for the delay of anything happening. You're just taking charge. You're owning your shit, basically, is what this is. And you're powerful. You're not chasing. Like I said with the Queen of Wands, if we're talking about a relationship, you know where you stand with this person right now, and it's up to them, ultimately. If they're not willing to progress further with you, you're willing to move on. It's like whatever's meant to be will be, kind of thing. And I'm just going to focus on me, and I'm going to rule my empire, and I'm not fucking chasing anyone. Let's see, why is the Emperor here? Nine of Pentacles. It's very independent energy. I feel like you're okay, Scorpio, whether you're with somebody or not, basically. And you're finally coming to grips with this. I feel like a lot of you realized this last year, whatever point within the year you did. I just feel like a lot of you have already realized this, and some of you are coming into it. But this is past energy, and this is being okay by yourself, knowing that you do not need a single motherfucking person on this planet. You might want somebody, but there's a difference. It's like, if I want you, it's because you bring something beautiful to my life. I see potential in you, kind of thing. I don't need you. I got my money. I got my stability. You know, I'm good. I don't fucking need nothing. Like, your dick is not magic, kind of thing. Or your pussy ain't beautiful. I don't know. Like, whatever. It's not God's gift, basically. Maybe yours is, but nobody else. Oh my God. It's just knowing that you don't need that. It's something that we want and we crave, and we yearn for it, because companionship is awesome, especially if it's healthy and positive. But you're okay on your own, and you're rocking what you got, and people are noticing you. People notice the Emperor, and they definitely fucking notice the Queen of Wands. You could have fire in your chart as well, somewhere, or you're a fire sign with Scorpio in your chart. But either way, you know you got it going on, and I feel like you have put effort into whatever this situationship is in the past, and you're kind of in waiting mode. So you're just doing your own thing, basically. So current energy is the Sun, the happiest card in the deck. Yeah. So this is clarity. This is happiness. This is abundance. This is beautiful, is what it is. This is how I feel like this is how you feel about yourself, about your situation, about your stance in life. You're happy with your career. You're happy with your choices. You're happy with where you're at. You're content on your own. You're very independent. Like I said, you don't need anybody. And I feel like I felt this energy back in December, but it's way more prominent now. Like, there might have been some loose ends that you wanted to tie up, and I feel like you've either done that, or you're so close to doing that you're almost free of all the shit that weighed you down before. You're finally, how do I want to say this? You're finally, you're seeing things clearly, is what it is. I just imagined a window with a cleaner on it, like someone washing the streaks away, and it's like there's no illusions here. There's nothing to get in your way. You know, like, you see the end goal with someone or something. And I think it's because you're actually connecting with your higher self so much better than you ever did before. I mean, Scorpios are very intuitive to begin with. I feel like you're appreciating even the small things, even your tiny accomplishments. If you dealt with self-esteem issues in the past, you're realizing that getting out of bed and even making your bed is an achievement, and you're accepting that, and you're moving forward, and you're just taking things day by day, moment by moment, and seeing the tiniest of blessings in life. Like, oh, I woke up today. Today is going to be a good day. Even if today is a shit day, you're going to pick all the good things out that happened in that day, even if it's only one fucking thing, even if it's just you making your bed. Hey, I got up and I made my bed. Like, you're appreciating so much more than you ever did before. Or someone around you is. I feel like it's you, though. And then we have the Four of Cups reversed. So this is not wanting to miss an opportunity. I feel like somebody has come back around. It might have... I feel like you've been dealing with someone who has been pretty stagnant. You've put most of the effort in. They didn't do any effort, and then when you pulled away, they started making an effort, and now you guys are kind of back at square one, where there's no moves being made, but you don't want this to be a missed opportunity because you see how beautiful it could be. But you're waiting for them. It's like, I'll miss it if I have to, but I really don't want to. So I really hope that you see what I see, kind of thing. I don't feel like you're offering anything, though. I feel like ball's in their court. And if they don't, if they allow this to be a missed opportunity, you're still going to be okay because of how much spiritual growth has gone on within you, and just the fact that you're confident now within yourself and your choices, that, like I said, you're flying on faith. It's fate. If you two are really supposed to be together, you will. Because you know that things are not supposed to be one-sided. That there should be equal, there should be like that balance, you know, you give, they give, it's that equal give and take. So it's ultimately their turn, and I feel like you're very confident, or you found out something. Whether you watch this person, this fucking thing is driving me nuts. I gotta move it, sorry. Like, making a weird high-pitched noise. I'm so sensitive to sound. And I don't want that in the video because it'll drive me nuts. What the fuck was I saying now? That thing just threw me totally off. You're confident that if this falls through and it is a quote-unquote missed opportunity, that you'll still be happy. That your happiness... This person does not define your happiness, basically. Yes, it would be great to be with them, but they're not what makes you happy. So it would be wonderful to have this connection, but if they're not going to match your effort, then you're just kind of like, whatever, it is what it is. So you're kind of leaving it up to them. And then the future energy, near future energy, within a month's time of when you view this video, is the Knight of Cups. And I feel like you sitting pretty and taking charge of your life. This is what's coming in. This is water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Could be dealing with another water sign. Not necessarily. Even if they have it in their chart or they don't, excuse me, prominently, this is an emotional offer. This is somebody coming in and expressing themselves. And it's more than a page. So it's somebody who's going to well, you're the Emperor status, so they're not fully matching you, but there's growth here. So I feel like this person might have approached you in more of a friendly way and wasn't very emotional, didn't talk about their feelings. You didn't know where the fuck you stood with this person, but they're going to come in with something more now because you are standing in your power. And they see this and they appreciate it and they respect it. They respect how much... They respect the fact that you respect yourself, basically. That you're not out just looking for lustful connections, that you want a companion, that you want that solid commitment, that you want someone that you can have a connection with. That sex is so much better when you do have a connection. I don't know if you've told this person that or if you've had that conversation, but that's just how you are. It's like, you know, yeah, I'm great at what I do, but it isn't the best for me unless I feel that emotional connection with somebody. And I feel like you have that with this person, and whoever this is, you have not had sex with them. I can guarantee it. It's just the spiritual bond that you feel, the energetic pull that you have to this person. And I do feel like you two are very different people, but you balance each other out, which is amazing, but it's different than any relationships that you've ever had before, which is why there's such a delay. It's almost like both of you need to be on the same page and both need to be open to receiving love, not just one. And you're willing to wait for that. You're not chasing it, but you're waiting. And this person sees that. And that's what's going to make them come forward, because they know you're different. There's something different about you. Remember, I'm dealing with energy. Take it where it fits. Could be vice versa. I could be talking about them. All depends on your situation. And if it doesn't resonate at all, you know, hit me up for a personal and I'll pick up on your energy. Alright, let's see. Because I absolutely hate it when people come into the comments and they're like, that's not me, that's them. It's like, it's energy. I don't know who is who 90% of the time. I get strong feelings that it could be you, but I don't know who the hell I'm talking to. There's a lot of you, you know? And you guys don't normally do that, but other signs do. The motherfucking tower. That's Scorpionic energy. It's what you've been waiting for with a three. Here I am all lispy. Maybe somebody has a lisp. Anyways, I'm not making fun of it because I just fucking did it. Speech impediment. She's not waiting in vain. This is waiting and knowing that your ships are going to come in. I feel like we've had this story before, but this is somebody's going to come in suddenly with a love offer. You're sitting pretty, doing your own thing, and you might have even thought that this was a missed opportunity, and you're just focused on your own happiness and yourself, basically, which is awesome. I keep saying basically, it's driving me nuts. Anyway, sorry. This is sudden change. This person is coming in with an emotional offer, and they're headed your way, Scorpio. That's not you. This is not, I mean, some of you could be doing this to somebody else, especially if you're the masculine energy, a masculine Scorpio. But I feel like this is somebody coming towards you, somebody who is stagnant, somebody that you kept the faith with, because you're like, I almost feel like with this, it's like, why? Why aren't they moving forward? Should I move on? And every time you ask that question, you always heard in your head, no, you shouldn't move on. Just give it time. Just give it time. And that's what you've done. And they see this. You've hung on, but not in an obsessive, clingy way. So it's different. I don't really know how more to explain that, but somebody's coming in with an emotional offer, and it's beautiful. It's what you've been waiting for. They finally unloaded the baggage, the stress, the past, so that they can come in. Yeah. There's no winner or no loser in this situation. Nobody's going to have the upper hand. This is an equal playing field, and they know this now. They might have misjudged you initially, but they're seeing, just because of your actions, what you've said to them, or maybe what you didn't even say and just what they observed if they're watching you. But they know that you're different. There's something different about you, Scorpio, and they don't want to lose it. So I feel like they're going to come in out of freaking nowhere. Probably around the 16th, January 16th, because I see 116. It could be February 16th too, which would be right after Valentine's Day. So that might be an awakening moment for them. That is roughly within a month's time. Anyways, so the shadow side of the situation, or the holdup, or what somebody's trying to work through, whether it's you or the person you're connecting to, we have cowardly. I feel like this is the other person. I feel like they've been too scared. They've been scared of commitment because of whatever happened to them in the past, and they didn't really know how to move forward with you. It's almost like I feel that I want to move forward with you. I know that this could be great, but I'm terrified, because if I fall for you, what happens if you hurt me? Like, they're just being a chicken shit. They're afraid of commitment. I said that in the beginning, I believe, and this is them 100% coming through. And then we have vengeful. I feel like this could be both of you. I feel like with vengeful, some of you Scorpios, you could have been upset, which is why you're standing your ground and kind of being in your independent energy. I feel like this is very powerful energy, and some of you might have had these thoughts. I don't feel like you've acted on them. I feel like you might have been upset at the on and off, hot and cold, cat and mouse fucking bullshit, and you're like, does this person even really give a shit, because do they really want to see my bad side, kind of thing. I feel that there was some thoughts like that going on, at least last year up until this point, but I also feel that this person is vengeful towards their ex, towards whoever hurt them. They're scared of moving on, and they're in that, you know, the stages of grief where you're really sad and distraught, and then you get fucking mad. This person is in this stage. They're mad right now. Something happened to them with somebody else. I don't think it has anything to do with you. I feel like whatever happened, the tower came in for them, and they're in that angry stage. Like, I can't believe I hung on this long. I can't believe you did this to me kind of energy. Whether that's how you feel about an ex, or this is how they feel about an ex. And I really feel like this is the person you're connecting to, and what's been the holdup, basically. They're scared of commitment, and they're angry right now. They're angry about everything that's happened to them up until this point, which has nothing to do with you. And then we have haunted, and that's why they're angry, and that's why they're upset. They're haunted by the past. This person has gone through a lot. There's something that they haven't fully gotten over yet. That's what they're working through right now. And I almost feel like they're angry at the fact that they're so haunted by their past that it's stopping them from moving forward. And they're so afraid of missing an opportunity with you because you actually make them fucking happy. Whether you're just friends or you've only talked to them a few times, you actually bring peace to this person, or you have in the past. I don't know if you're still talking to them. I feel like some of you have, at least recently, but it wasn't anything in depth, and this is what's coming. They're realizing, this is their wake-up call. I can't lose Scorpio. That's the wake-up call. They're coming to a point where they're trying to release their demons. And then what they would like to say to you, or what you would like to say to this person, especially if there's no communication, is, I just wasn't ready for you. I feel like this is what they want to say to you, because they're afraid of commitment. They have baggage they need to get rid of, like I said. So it's almost like you came in at the best of times and the worst of times. So the timing was obviously right, spiritually speaking. You were supposed to reconnect with this person, and I feel like you were supposed to be there during this difficult time for them, because it's what's lighting a fire under their ass to get out of the cycle that they've been in. But they still weren't ready when you first showed up. But suddenly they're gonna be with the Tower over here. So this is what they want to say to you, or what they wanted to say to you. And then I've looked you up online to see what you've been up to. Yeah, this person definitely watches you. They look at your pictures, they watch your posts, they see what you're up to. If you're in the public eye, they definitely watch what you're doing. Like if you're a tarot reader and you do it on YouTube, they watch. They keep tabs on you in a sense, because they kind of want to see where you're at and what you're doing and how you're progressing. It's almost like being part of your life without being part of your life, you know, because they're there behind the scenes. And it, in a weird way, it's helping them move forward. It's helping, you have helped them so much more than you even realize. I feel like this person hasn't even told you any of this. And then we have, I need more time to figure things out. So this is coming in with haunted. They need more time because they're trying to get all the skeletons out of their closet. They're trying to cross over all their ghosts from the past, you know, all the baggage, all the fear, all the bullshit. They're trying to get over it. They're trying to get out of that headspace, out of that cycle. There definitely is a light at the end of the tunnel, and there's love here, 100%, especially with Serendipity. Like, that is just the most beautiful card. I fucking love it. I hate the glare, and I'm so sorry about that, but what's meant to be will be, and it's coming to fruition. And you're just sitting there pretty like, yep, I knew this was going to happen all along. I've just been waiting for your ass to catch up to me, kind of thing. And they're coming. They're coming. This is not an ex. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're unloading baggage from their ex, or you are, depending on where you stand in this reading. Someone's getting rid of the ex, all the emotions tied to them, all that pain, blah, 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 everything that you don't, all that shit you don't want to sit in. They're trying to work through it. They're trying to process it. They're in the angry stage of grief. So they're slowly getting out of it, and that's why they haven't moved forward. But I feel like that's what your guides have told you, is hang on. It might feel stuck and stagnant right now, but it won't be like this forever. They're coming really soon. They just have a few loose ends to tie up, basically. So that's what I feel with that, which is really friggin' awesome. I love it, I love it, I love it. Let's see, can we get like a little bit of a time frame? When is this love offer gonna come in? See if we can get any more information real quick before I close this read out. You guys have a shorter read than most. I just kind of flowed right in. We've had this story before. I just feel like somebody who's going to watch this, Scorpio or cross watcher, almost feels like giving up. And it's like almost like right when you feel like giving up, the Tower's gonna come in and you're not gonna give up. it's going to keep you hanging on, because they're going to say something to you and let you know that they haven't forgotten you, kind of thing. We have the Wheel of Fortune, but it's reversed. So right now, it's definitely not the time, but it is coming in. 10. Could be around the 10th of February. I don't feel like that's October. That's too far out. This is coming in soon. This is near future, within a month's time. So not right now. That's what the change is. They will move this forward soon, because it has been stagnant. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, they want things to be fair and balanced. And they're thinking about all of that, and they want to communicate with you. This person is coming forward. They just haven't told you this yet, and you feel it. With this as your intuition, you feel it coming. So for whoever this is for, you know if this is for you or not. But yeah, that's what I have for you, my loves. If it made sense, please like, share, comment, subscribe. The more you interact with me, the more apt I am to pick up on your energy. Hit me up for a personal if this made any sense at all, or if you just like one, because it didn't. I'll give you all the information you need on that. And just hang in there. Focus on yourself. Focus on your happiness. Do what's best for you. I feel like you already are. I feel like this love offer is something that is meant to come in. And the timing is just right, because it's divine timing. And you know this. And this is why you're just sitting pretty in your happiness, because you're listening to yourself. You're listening to your higher power. You know. I mean, you knew this before I even did this reading. But that's what I have for you, my love. So hang in there, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.